Hi, this is Dr. Todd Rowe with tips on using the homeopathic remedy Baptisia tinctoria. Before I start, I'd just like to say that nothing in this material is meant to diagnose, prescribe, treat, or cure any illness. Please consult your homeopathic practitioner for treatment options. Baptisia tinctoria is a beautiful plant, also known as wild indigo or blue flag. It's a plant in the Leguminosae plant family or legume family. Historically, this remedy has been mostly used acutely, and it's also been used medicinally as a dye. Indigo dye is fairly well known and has been used to treat fever worldwide. It's also been used for gangrenous wounds botanically and infected wounds. Chiefly in terms of fevers, it's been used to treat typhoid fever. The plant itself is a pretty blue wildflower native to the prairies of eastern North America. This is James Tyler Kent, who is a well-known homeopath who lived in the previous century. And he wrote about Baptisia and said, his mind seems to be gone. He does not know what he is talking about. He's in confusion, and when aroused, he attempts to say something and utters a word or two, and it all flits away, and he's back in a state of stupor again. No matter what disease that comes in, no matter what inflammation is present, no matter what organ is inflamed, if that state of the blood that can give rise to such symptoms is present, if that state of the mind is present, it is Baptisia. He seems to be scattered all over the bed and seems to want to get the limbs together. So the state is one of confusion. Also, there is offensive stools associated with Baptisia, which you can see in typhoid fever. The stool is very offensive, and you can smell it all over the house. It's death-like, permeates the house. You can carry it with your clothing. You have extreme offensiveness in Baptisia. So some of the keys to remember in identifying Baptisia tinctoria as a remedy are this confusion of the mind and feeling scattered, split apart into pieces in the delirium or confusion. There is a putrid quality, foulness to the discharges. There is restlessness and stuporousness. Some of the conditions acutely that Baptisia has been used to treat include influenza, bronchitis, pneumonia, cholecystitis, food poisoning, colitis or enterocolitis, peritonitis, and mononucleosis. And I've used this remedy to treat all these conditions over the years. Some of the general characteristics of this remedy is that the symptoms tend to come on rapidly. There tends to be an early onset of delirium, even though there may not be that high of a fever. Also, early mental confusion. Temperatures tend to quickly go high. There also is this putrid odor and not a lot of pain, so an insensibility. They also have great prostration, weakness, tiredness. There is muscle soreness all over the body. They have this overall flu-like sick feeling. The mucous membranes, like the mouth or whatever, tend to be quite dark and dusky. The throat. There also can be numbness or even paralysis on the left side of the body. There's a craving for fresh air. And it's a very useful remedy historically for treating infections that come after delivery. Of course, that condition is quite dangerous, and someone should be seen by a doctor right away. Also, there's a reddish and besotted quality to the appearance of patients who need Baptisia. Often they have difficulty giving their symptoms, and they'll just say that I feel sick or I feel sick all over. There can be rubbing of the forehead. Um, Also a wild feeling in the head. There's a feeling of pressure in the head and also in the eyes, fullness in the nose and swelling. The mouth and tongue feel like it's been scalded. They have trouble swallowing and they can only swallow liquids and a constriction of the esophagus. There are aching pains in the abdomen and these cadaveric, offensive, exhausting stools. They may have trouble catching their breath, and their hands and feet can feel quite cold, almost as if they were dead, a lack of feeling. There can be canker sores and a lot of abdominal air, flatulence, eructations, and distension of the abdomen. You can compare this remedy to Arnica montana, also to Rust toxicodendron or poison ivy, Eupatorium perfoliatum, Gelsemium sempervirens or yellow jasmine, the element mercury, Bryonia alba or white bryony, or echinacea. You can order this remedy at orders@amchof.org. Also, if you'd like to know more about acute prescribing, we have a program called the Introduction to Homeopathy online program that's 40 hours in length. And you can find out more about that at acutecare@amchof.org. We also have a variety of self-help programs that are 4 to 6 hours in length that address homeopathic treatment of various conditions. And you can find out more about these at www.selfhelphomeopathy.org. Also, you can visit our website at www.amchof.org. Thank you very much.